Da, znači ako je ispit položen, ako je ocjena evidentirana u sistemu, je li evidentirana ocjena u sistemu, Mirza? Ne znam zbog čega nije. Misliš, ovo me pitaš šta da je za engleski jezik 3? Ne važi. Ne važi bez obzira na to što je, zato jer, pazite, ovo sada što sam rekla odnosi se na položen ispit iz predmeta engleski jezik 2. Što se tiče predmeta engleski jezik 3, tako i treba, to je pozitivan stav. Sad ću vam objasniti, dakle, u čemu se, na što se odnosi ova izmjena koju sam malo prepomenula, ali u svakom slučaju, dakle, ocjena koju ostvarite, a koja se odnosi evo na jedan dio ispita, kao što je to bio slučaj sa Mirzom, važi dakle u toku akademske godine, aktualne akademske godine, s obzirom na to da si ti polagao taj dio ispita prošle godine, dakle taj dio, položeni dio ispita ti je važio do kraja te akademske godine, a ne i sada. Dakle, evo, samim tim, dakle, imaš obavezu da polažeš ponovo ispit iz predmeta engleski jezik 3. Evo, ja sam međuvremeno otvorila silabus predmeta. Ono što je, evo, ja bih rekla, naravno u prvom redu se razlika u odnosu na predmet koje smo slušali, koji smo radili u prethodnom semestru, je naravno sadržaj predmeta. Dakle, u okviru ovog predmeta će fokus biti na sadržaju koji se odnosi na softverski inženjering, razvoj, dakle, softvera, informacijske sisteme. Evo, neću da čitam sve ove detalje, vidite ovaj sadržaj pred sobom, dokument će svakako biti objavljen. Dakle, sigurnost i zaštitu informacijskih sistema, neke trendove, dakle, u razvoju IT-a i na prezentacijske ili soft skills, prezentacijske vještine. Sad, ono što je također bitno spomenuti jeste da se polaganjem ispita na ovom predmetu smatra da ste dostigli nivo B2 CEF skale. Evo, o tome smo pričali nešto, ako pretpostavljam, evo, ne znam jesam li konkretno samo komentarisala nešto na tu temu, dakle, ne znam jesmo li pričali o CEF skali, ako imate pitanja vezano za to, slobodno i postavite. Dakle, nekima od vas će biti ovo bitno i interesantno, dakle, po završetku studija, ukoliko budete željeli da nastavite studiranje, da upišete, dakle, master studij u inostranstvu ili da se eventualno, da potražite zaposlenje u inostranstvu, nekima od vas će biti potrebno uvjerenje, odnosno potvrda o poznavanju engleskog jezika u određenoj mjeri, dakle, u skladu sa tim nivoima CEF skale, koja je u stvari evropski priznata skala koja služi za prepoznavanje nivoa razvijenosti vještina, jezičkih vještina. Evo, kažem, ako treba da objasnimo to detaljnije, slobodno recite. Evo, jedini prokomentarisao jeste, to je ta razlika koja se odnosi na prethodni semestar, odnosno rekla bi na prethodne godine, a što će, vjerujem, vas i obradovati, ili predstavljati vam svojevrsno olakšanje, a jeste, odnosi se na to da se ispit na ovom predmetu, dakle, ove godine, odnosno evo, od ove godine, pa vidjet ćemo što ćemo u buduće uraditi sa tim dijelom, polaže samo pismeno. Dakle, sada nećete imati usmeni dio ispita, dakle, nećete imati obavezu da radite, da prijavljujete i radite seminarski rad, zato je postojala određena procedura izrade seminarskog rada koju su studenti ranije bili obavezni da održe prezentaciju, dakle, da izlože usmeno. Evo, ja lično znam da je vama to sigurno određeno, kao što sam rekla, olakšanje. Mislim da je pomalo na neki način i šteta, s obzirom na to da je bilo zaista izvrsnih radova i to je uvijek prilika da se čuje i nauči nešto novo, i svakako je za vas bila prilika da se malo okušate u toj nekoj ulozi prezentera. Dakle, to je u principu prilika koja je, po mom mišljenju, korisna za vas, zbog toga što vas, kao što sam rekla, stavlja u poziciju koje se trebate na određeni način, dakle, snaći u toj ulozi prezentera, dakle, osobe koja nešto izlaže, neki sadržaj, što je u principu poprilično dakle, zahtjevno, odnosno drugačije u odnosu na neki moment kada samo razmišljate o tome ili čitate dakle, na koji način bi to trebalo uraditi. Ali evo, da ne bismo puno o tome komentarisali, dakle u svakom slučaju ono što je važno za vas jeste da ispit polažete u pismenoj formi, dakle na računaru kao što ste to radili na prethodna 2 predmeta. Dakle, tipovi pitanja će biti isti kao na ispitima engleski jezik 1 i 2, imat ćete dakle ta pitanja koja se odnose na gramatiku sa ponuđenim odgovorima. Naravno, pitanja će biti kompleksnija, Biće tu naravno novih pitanja u bazi, da ne očekujete da će to biti samo ona koja jesu do sada bila u bazi, odnosno postojeća pitanja. S obzirom na ovaj izmijenjeni koncept ispita, dakle naravno radit će se o kompleksnim pitanjima. I naravno imat ćete ovaj dio koji se odnosi na IT sadržaje koje sam evo malo čas spomenula, dakle znamo na kojim oblastima će biti fokus, dakle naravno evo ta pitanja otvorenog tipa gdje ćete biti obavezni, odnosno da će se zahtijevati da odgovorite dakle na pitanja koja se odnose na date IT sadržaje. A mi ćemo u svakom slučaju, evo kao što vidite u silabusu je predviđeno da jedna od tema za diskusiju bude tema koja se odnosi na presentation skills, malo prije sam ispomenula soft skills. Možemo pokušati svakako da imamo diskusiju i na online nastavi vezano za to. Ja lično, kao što sam rekla, već smatram da je vama to da je za vas jako korisno i jako bitno, tako da evo pokušat ćemo taj dio možda implementirati, realizirati i na online nastavi, čisto da bismo malo približili taj aspekt, odnosno da bi vas na neki način evo navela da počnete polako razmišljati o tom dijelu, odnosno o toj vještini koja će za vas, pretpostavljam, bez obzira na to čime se konkretno budete bavili u budućnosti, sasvim sigurno biti važno. Ali evo, o tom potom imamo, do tog dijela imamo dosta drugih stvari koje ćemo raditi. Evo, ne znam, imate li nekih komentara sada ili pitanja? Konkretan omjer vam ne znam, ne mogu vam reći, dakle vjerovatno kažem zbog toga što je izmijenjen koncept ispita u smislu da je ipak na neki način olakšano polaganje, pretpostavljam da većini vas u stvari odgovara da imate samo taj pismeni način, odnosno pismeni dio ispita, tako da je vrlo moguće da će biti više esejskih pitanja nego što je to bilo na ispitima iz predmeta engleski jezik 1 i 2, mada evo to još nije izdefinisano. U svakom slučaju, evo, opet isti savjet ću vam dati kao i prošli semestar, da obratite naravno pažnju na ovaj dio koji se odnosi na IT sadržaj i da ga ne zanemarujete u smislu da se oslonite na to da ispit možete položiti samo na osnovu pitanja koja će se odnositi na gramatiku. U principu to su sadržaje koji su vam ili od ranije poznati, a rekla bi dosta onako i korisni, interesantni, tako da evo, mislim da će vam dobro doći svakako da se posvetite malo i tom dijelu, dakle da svakako sadržaj koji će vam biti dostupni, dakle koji će biti objavljeni na sistemu pročitajte i evo saznate nešto novo, svakako da biste se mogli adekvatno pripremiti za sam ispit. Ima li još nekih komentara? Ako nema komentara ili pitanja za sada, evo ja predlažem da počnemo sa nekim vježbama koje sam ja planirala za danas. Ako se slažete, evo ne znam, jeste li raspoloženi da radimo? Evo, Saudin nam je uvijek raspoložen da radi. Samo moment. Ja vidim ovaj dio. Dobro. Okay, dobro. Okay, so let's start. So we'll talk about success and failure. Can you see the document? Okay, good. Yeah, success and failure. We'll do certain tasks in relation to success and failure. We'll try to memorize or talk about or use and talk about expressions and phrases that are usually used to talk about either success or failure. First of all, tell me, how do you feel about failure? How well do you handle failure? How do you feel after failing at something? Može, bedne reci. Izvoli. Evo sad sam upravo to. Jeste, istina je. Istina je, evo, malo čas sam to objasnila, ti si malo zakasnio pa si propustio taj dio, dakle, od ove godine, evo, neću reći za buduće, ali u ovom semestru, dakle, ove godine nemate usmeni dio ispita. Dakle, ne radite seminarski rad, odnosno nemate taj dio koji se odnosi na prezentiranje seminarskog rada, dakle, ispit se polaže samo u pismenoj formi, samo na računaru. Good news. Eto ga, pretpostavljam da sam vas većinom obradovala tom novošću. Okay, let's go back to what we started talking about. So tell me, how do you usually handle failure? When you fail at something? Yes, failure is just another lesson. Yes. So how do you usually feel after you fail, for example, a certain exam, or not only exams but other things in life? Do you feel like extremely disappointed, or you feel motivated to try even harder and to try to be even better in whatever you're doing? What would you say? Yes. Okay. So as I said, yeah, this is a good attitude. So we either succeed or we learn a lesson. So whenever a person fails, this is just a way of maybe learning something. Or but would you say that you have a positive attitude after you fail at something? Do you see it? Do you feel like really disappointed? And does it influence your further work and activities, or you are still motivated after failing? Some people feel even more motivated to continue working or to try even harder. Okay. It always, of course, depends on the situation. Yes, yeah. That would be like a real failure. I agree. So when we actually like give up doing something, then that would mean that we have failed in something. Okay, let's start with these tasks that we have here. So in the first task, we have a few expressions in bold, and we need to put them in the correct category. So we have two categories, the category that refers to being successful and the category that refers to being unsuccessful. So let's see which of these expressions are related to being successful, or being unsuccessful. So let's read. After years of hard work and patience, Joe finally made it. He is a millionaire now. Joe, in which category should we put this one? So he made it. What does it mean? Is it positive or negative? So it means being successful. Yes, okay. The second sentence, we have been organizing the trip for months, but in the end, our plans fell through. So we've been organizing the trip for months, but in the end, our plans fell through. What do you think? Is this negative? You can, I would say, conclude this based on the meaning of a sentence. Okay, so we have been working on something for months, but in the end our plans fell through. So in the infinitive form, it would be to fall through. Is this negative or positive? Okay, so negative, being unsuccessful. Yes, that's right. Third sentence, Kate's phone was off all day, but I managed to call her in the evening. I managed to call her in the evening. Successful or unsuccessful? This is a good opportunity for you to practice writing these two words. Yeah, successful or unsuccessful. Okay, good. So that's a positive one. Next sentence, do you think his plan will come off in the end? And think about the way how you would translate it in our language. There is a term that we usually use in our language to say this. So do you think his plan will come off in the end? First of all, do you think this is related to being successful or unsuccessful? First or second? Yeah. Tako je, Mirza, isplatite se. So, yeah, what would you say, positive or negative? Yeah, success or success, being successful. Okay, good. If you don't have a little luck on your side, all your hard work may come to nothing. And by the way, do you agree with this? If you don't have a little luck on your side, do you think that success is purely a result of hard work, or you believe that you have to have a certain like luck, or you have to be like lucky in a certain kind of way in order to be successful? Okay. Okay, so I guess most of you believe that it's a combination of hard work but some luck as well. Okay, so we said if you don't have a little luck on your side, all your hard work may come to nothing. Successful or unsuccessful? Come to nothing. First or second, unsuccessful, yes. Despite the financial crisis, some banks are continuing to prosper. Prosper? I believe that this word, that you're familiar with this word, yes. Successful, this is positive, yeah. They've had a wonderful opportunity to impress his new boss, but in the end he failed. To fail at something, as we said at the beginning. So this is obviously referring to being unsuccessful. Yeah. Okay. Your next task is to try to remember try to remember the expressions that we have just mentioned, okay, and use them in the following sentences. So you need to rephrase the following sentences by using any of the expressions that fit in a sentence, okay, based on the meaning, as I said, or the message of a sentence. So have a look once again at these expressions. Okay, so you need to choose You should use one of these expressions or any other way that you find appropriate to actually keep the meaning, the same meaning of the sentence, but rephrase it in a certain way. Okay, so you need to use a different kind of way of putting it in a sentence by using either one of these expressions mentioned that we have just mentioned or any other phrase or expression for that sake. Okay, so let's have a look. Now try to like memorize. I guess that you have already heard for some of these expressions that we talked about. So yeah, let's now try to use them in sentences. Let's see. The first one, it was hard work, but we find, and of course pay attention to the form of the verb, okay? So past tense or present tense or any other tense that you think will be appropriate. So it was hard work, but we finally were successful in reaching the top of the mountain. So you need to rephrase the part, we were successful in reaching the top of the mountain. Okay, good. Mirza said made it to the top. Yes, we finally made it to the top of the mountain. Good, great. The second one, after publishing his first book, he succeeded in a big way, and he is now a famous author. So after publishing his first book, he succeeded in a big way. What do you think? Which expression could be used in this sentence? Any ideas? He succeeded in a big way. Well, yes. Any other way? Maybe some other term or expression would be a bit more appropriate. I mean, you can use prospered. It will be fine, but maybe think about using another expression that would sound maybe a bit more natural. Like after publishing his first book, he succeeded in a big way. He is now a famous author. So any ideas? No, I mean, come off. You would use this one in a case when you want to talk about something that was like that required hard work, and after that came off. Malo prije smo rekli, dakle, to je u značenju baš isplatiti se. But this is like after publishing his first book, he was really successful, so he made it, like he achieved great success. Okay, so you could as well use that one. So he made it. Let's see, let's think about the third one. If it starts to rain, all our plans will have no successful result in the end. Which of the expressions, what do you think, could be used to replace the part of the sentence will have no successful result in the end? If it starts to rain, all our plans will come to nothing. That would be right. Let's just pay attention to the verb form. Okay, so fell true would be past tense, but in this sentence you would need future tense. So you would say, you can use that expression, but you need to use it in future, simple future form. So you would say, if it starts to rain, all our plans will fall through. Okay, or come to nothing, as Saudin said. Okay, the next one, I hope that your business will be financially successful in the new year. Which of the expressions that we have mentioned is usually related to finance or money? The one that Saudin mentioned before. I hope that your business will, what do you think? Prosper, yes, that's the one. Great, okay. The next sentence, the project was unsuccessful due to lack of funding. Any ideas? Yes, of course. Yeah, you can say it. You can put it that way. The project failed. Okay, or the project was a failure. If you want to use a noun instead. Okay, it was the last sentence here. It was an interesting experiment, but unfortunately, it was not successful in the end. So it was an interesting experiment, but unfortunately, it was not successful in the end. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, you can use both options. So you can say it fell true or it failed. Okay, good. The next task refers to or is related to collocations. Okay, collocations are typical combinations of, for example, verbs and nouns, as we have in this task. Okay, so your task is to match the verbs on the left with the nouns on the right. The point is that have a look at these nouns on the right. They are quite similar, okay? So in some cases you have like certain nouns repeated. So these verbs that are given on the right side are on the left side, sorry, are very similar, okay? So you need to think about the best possible or the most natural sounding combination or collocation to be made. Okay, so let's have a look. Reach as the first verb. Let's try to match it to one or the group of nouns that you have on the right. Reach, what would you say? Think D. Anyone else? Any other guess? To reach what? To reach, yes, that would be it. To reach a goal, yes, to reach a goal. So you would say to reach an agreement, a goal, or a compromise. Other combinations are also possible, but we will try to point out the most, let's say, common or the most frequently used collocations. So as I said, it's possible to combine these given verbs with other nouns as well, but we'll try to point out the ones that are most usually used. Realize. What do you think? To realize what? To realize an ambition, to realize a task. Any other suggestion, ideas? Anyone else who would like to try? Yeah, it would be A. Yes, you're right. Those of you who said A, this is the one that is the most common. Realize a dream or an ambition. Okay. Achieve. What do you think? Achieve. Try to guess or try to just to say which one do you think should be combined. We would say achieve, again, a compromise, an ambition or a goal, so it would be D, yes, okay. Now fulfill and accomplish, fulfill usually refers to some sort of an action that is related to some, let's say, a task, or let me put it the other way so you can maybe guess more easily. Something that you need to do, okay? So something that is more of an obligation, so fulfill. Okay, so that would be C. Fulfill an ambition, a dream, or an obligation. And accomplish is usually related to accomplishing what's left. Koja nam je ostala opcija? Accomplish a task, okay, or an ambition and a goal. Okay, let's now try to use these verbs in the sentences, okay? So complete the sentences with a suitable verb in the correct form. The first sentence, the manager did not want to give the customer a full refund, but they managed to a compromise in the end. Sjećate li se šta smo sad upravo rekli? Kako bismo rekli postići kompromis? The manager did not want to give the customer a full refund, but they managed to or, yes, you can say it that way, or maybe anyone else? Yes, you can say achieve, but you can also say reach, okay? No, okay, you already did, I guess, Java did the second sentence. Okay, so the first one, once again, the manager did not want to give the customer a full refund, but they managed to either, you can say, achieve or reach a compromise in the end. The second sentence, it has always been my dream to go on an African safari. I hope I can realize it one day. Okay? Okay, good. The third one, instead of his obligations as a parent, Carlo decided to party all weekend. Okay, so yes, that would be fulfilling. Instead of fulfilling his obligations as a parent, he decided to party. The next one, Pedro was given a difficult task to do at work, but he managed to. Which one was supposed to be used in a combination with task? Accomplish, yes, that's the one. He managed to accomplish it in less than an hour. The next one, their fundraising efforts failed to their goal of $50,000. Again, we have goal, achieve or reach. That's it. The next one, Jane has all of her ambitions, so now she wants to get involved in politics. Ambition, an ambition or a dream. Okay. Yes, that's the one. Just pay attention to the way how you spell it, write it. Okay. So Jane has realized all of her ambitions. So now she wants to get involved in politics. Okay, great. Next task is related to using either a verb, a noun, or an adjective. Okay, so we have a table here with the words that are related to either talking about success or failure. Okay, now you need to just have a look at these verbs, nouns, and adjectives, and try to use a proper word, okay, in the given sentences. You need to fill in the gaps based on, of course, the meaning of the sentences. So let's see what we have. Carlo never imagined that this book, that his book would become such a great, he was delighted. So think about the type of the word. Yes, so it should either be verb, noun, or an adjective. So in the first one, it would be a noun, such a great success. That's it. The second one, Julia is optimistic about her language skills. She thinks that becoming fluent in English is an something goal. So think about the type of the word. Which one? Which word should you use? Okay, so we should use an Adjective. Okay. When someone is optimistic about doing something, okay, then that person believes that something is achievable. So achievable goal, okay. The third one, winning the championship was of his childhood dream. Do you remember which verb we used in? Yes, we can put it. We can say it that way, or was a or will it be fulfilling or realization? That's the one. Okay, good. The next one, the project was such a miserable something. I'll never get involved in something like that again. So it was obviously something negative. Yes, it would be a noun. Failure. The next sentence, Marco is a very... So it would be, just to make sure that we, to make it clear, for the fourth sentence, it would be a failure. Okay, the project was such a failure. The next one, Marco is a very successful musician. Everybody wants to hear him play. Okay. The next sentence, after an experiment, the website is giving up on its job search facility. After a, what do you think? Failed, yes. We need something negative. Hillary was very satisfied after of her dream. So she decided to take a break from politics and travel the world. She was very satisfied after. What do you think? After the realization, it would it would be better to use realization here in this sentence. Okay, although we might as well use the noun accomplishment, but yes, it would be more common to say realization of her dream. Okay, and one more, some idioms about success and failure, and that will be the last one for today. Let's have a look at the given idioms. Your task is to match the idioms to their definitions below. Okay. So let's see what we have. Anita has just bought an expensive apartment right in the most fashionable area of the city. So she's certainly coming up in the world. Let's relate it to one of the definitions. Yes, you were right, Javad. So richer, more successful than before, or having a higher social status. Good. The second one, the project is failing. So negative. Let's cut our losses before it's too late. Okay. Yeah, it's D. Okay, great. So, and or stop being involved in something that is already failing. The third one, let me see, James passed his exam with flying colors. So he's very proud of himself. Flying colors. All of you try. Okay, so this should be quite simple. So let's see. So he did it in which way? He passed his exam with flying colors. You need something, some phrase or something that will talk about the way how he did it. So it would be, yes, G, very successfully. Very successfully. Paulina's dream of a white wedding went up in smoke after her fiancé left her. Okay, so she actually had a problem with it. So Paulina's dream of a white wedding went up in smoke. Yes, so came to an end before producing a result. Yeah, to go up in smoke. The next one, Dominic has a big house, a happy family, and a great job. He has got it made. So obviously something positive for him. He has got it made. Yes, so he is obviously happy and successful in life. After losing so many matches, everyone was shocked when their team made a comeback and won the championship. This one is, I would say, very common. So to make a comeback would be, yes, B. And the last one here is Joe made a killing on the stock exchange. He can now retire without any worries. So in relation to stock exchange, which one would be the proper matching? Yes, so achieved great financial success. Okay, good. Sa ovim ćemo polako završiti za danas. Imate li neki pitanja? Komentara, ne? Dobro. Ako nemate neki pitanja za sada, ja vas evo sve još jedan put lijepo pozdravljam i vidimo se u terminu sljedeće sedmice. Hvala vam na pažnji svima i ugodan dan.